Well, I'm Elaine Gates. I've been teaching for 62 years. I love teaching. I'm not burned out. I don't hate kids. And it's an exciting field. My most important advice for young teachers is you've got to love what you're doing. I have 4 words that I use with my classes. And if you've got those 4 qualities, I can make you into a good teacher. But if one is missing, something's not going to be perfect. Number 1 is energy. You have to have energy to be a teacher. Number 2 is intelligence. And you must have that or you wouldn't be sitting in my class. Number 3, equally important to the intelligence, is imagination. If this doesn't work, let's try that. That doesn't work, let's try something else. And then the last one, which is really important, passion. You've got to love what you do. You're not doing it for the money. You're doing it for the kids. I believe I've made a difference in their lives by the way I teach them in the classroom. To be a quality teacher, you must understand the philosophies of Orff and Kodai and Dalcroze and Gordon. But you must know how to use that philosophy to teach what you want them to understand. Once you put on the Orff blinders or the Kodai blinders, you've locked out a lot of music. So you really should understand what the workings are and then use it to best enrich what you're trying to teach. I think the most important thing is, how do the kids react to you? The music room has always been a magnet for students, always. So you really are connecting with the kids first, and then you're using your subject to teach them something that will hopefully enrich the rest of their lives. And you have to remember too that you're a teacher first. You're a musician, yes, but you're a teacher. You're working with young minds, exploring things and opening up avenues of learning that they never had before. I believe in Post. It's a small college, it's a comfortable family type college, and I really think that we can do a tremendous amount of work with the students on Long Island and bring students in from other places besides Long Island. The students know that they can call me at any time. I tell them that I'm the only course they're ever going to take that comes with a lifetime warranty, my life. And a few years ago at 6 o'clock in the morning I got a phone call, "Help, I did a Groundhog's Day song." So at 6 o'clock in the morning I'm singing into the machine, "On the 2nd day of the 2nd month, the groundhogs all appear." NYU, I felt that there had to be a children's chorus for the community. And so I talked Dr. Ferrara into backing us, and we started this outreach chorus, which now has up to 85 students. We've gone a little higher than that, but we run about an average of 85. There is no charge for the community. I have 2 requirements to be in my chorus. Number 1, that the child wants to sing, not being pressured in by the parent. And number 2, a commitment to all the rehearsals and the concerts. And one of the best parts about that is when you start with somebody who really can hardly match tones, and then they made it as a vocal major to LaGuardia High School, you feel pretty good about that. And I had 2 students do that. So I feel that I'm making a commitment to Post and to NYU. They're both vital parts of my work. I always felt as a music teacher that the students coming to me as student teachers weren't being taught properly. So I always wanted to teach in college. And when the opportunity arose, I grabbed at it, because I feel there's a way that you have to teach them to understand about students, more than just music, but understand about them as people. So I feel that I've made a big difference that way in how I teach and who I teach. I write a column every month, or hopefully every month, for the School Music News, which is the publication for MENC that goes out to everyone in New York State. So I get materials from Pepper and all the different companies and go through them and rate them and then write up about them so that other teachers can see what's quality out there. I judge all-state voice, I judge regular voice, I judge piano, and I guest conduct choruses all over. I've been doing lots and lots of work with the City of New York teachers, where I go into the city and work with their teachers on helping them understand how the standards can be brought in. Literacy is a big thing today. How can literacy be brought into the classroom? Literacy and music education, they're a team. What do you sing every time you sing a word, a song? It's literacy. So I've been doing a lot of workshops that way. So I feel that I'm very current in what I do. So I'm very active in the field. I don't just sit back, I'm out there doing. You've got to be current. You've got to read the books, you've got to see other people's work, you've got to make the philosophy current. It's really important. You can't be stale. Can't teach the same 20 songs. You've got to have new songs, you've got to have new material, because the kids you're teaching today are not the same kids that you taught 5 years ago. Certainly not the kids you taught 10 years ago. They didn't all have iPads. They didn't all have the computer access that these kids do today. The way the books are laid out, the Macmillan books, the Silver Burdette books, you'd have to be an absolute idiot not to plan a super lesson from just the books. Because the books tell you this is how it connects with social studies and this is how it connects with literacy and blah, blah, blah. So you've got to be on top of the field intellectually. And that's why I said that intelligence was number 2 on that qualification that I had. But the most important thing is you've got to love what you do and you've got to stay current. You've got to change. If it means you've got to know their music, you've got to go into rap, then you go into rap. But you do it your way, a way that you can teach what you want them to understand. You can't really teach a kid anything. All you can do is open doors.